The midday sun blazed over the Amazon basin, beating down upon an emerald canopy that stretched endlessly in every direction. Heat shimmered above the trees, alive with the humming of insects and the distant cries of hidden animals. Yet despite the jungle's timeless rhythm, something had gone terribly, horribly wrong. Deep in a valley cloaked by mist, the sound of strangled bellows rolled like thunder through the forest. The earth itself quivered under the desperate roars of a beast few humans had ever seen, one not of this time. The cries belonged to a living Tyrannosaurus rex. The massive predator thrashed, its tail snapping trees like twigs, its jaws opening wide in agony. Coiled around its torso was an even more impossible sight, a python of gargantuan proportions, thicker than an oak tree, its muscular body gleaming with scales like black glass. Each constricting loop squeezed tighter, and the Rex's bellows grew weaker. Far above, slicing through the clouds, a sleek aircraft bore the logo of the Global Animal Rescue League. Inside, a team of 5 heroes, scientists, engineers, and adventurers, prepared for what would be the most dangerous mission of their lives. Captain Leona Vega, the team's leader, stood at the cockpit, her sharp eyes narrowed as she adjusted the holographic display. Her uniform bore scratches and patches from a dozen past rescues, but her posture radiated calm, unshakable authority. "Confirm the signal, Milo," she ordered. Milo Park, their tech specialist, swiped across his glowing tablet. "Confirmed. Bio-signatures match. Well, this is insane, but they match Tyrannosaurus Rex. The second signature belongs to, yep, a python. But Captain, this thing is way beyond normal biological limits. It's like someone juiced up nature with a god's paintbrush." Leona nodded grimly. "Which means someone's meddling with forces they don't understand." In the back, their medic and biologist, Drive. Kira Han, double-checked tranquilizer loads. Whatever genetic engineering created that snake, it's weaponized. If it kills the Rex, it could move on to other megafauna in the valley. Maybe even the villages beyond. At her side, the team's powerhouse, Dante Cruz, cracked his knuckles. His armor exosuit gleamed with plates of titanium alloy. "Then we cut the thing loose, stop it cold, and give the Rex a chance." Simple plan. From the corner, their quietest member, Suri Nakamura, an animal behaviorist, finally spoke. Her voice was soft but carried weight. "It's not simple. That python isn't just attacking. It's defending. Something has provoked it, maybe driven it. If we go in guns blazing, we'll only escalate the violence. The Rex isn't just a target, it's caught in something larger." Leona placed a steady hand on the console. "Then we adapt. Rescue is our mission, no matter how impossible." Moments later, their craft descended, turbines roaring as trees bent under the force. The canopy parted, and they glimpsed the titanic battle below, the Rex, its golden eyes rolling in pain, the python tightening with crushing inevitability. The team rappelled into chaos. Dante hit the ground first, his armored boots cracking branches. He sprinted toward the beasts, voice booming through his suit's speakers. "Hey, scale brick, pick on something your own size." The python's massive head lifted, tongue flicking, eyes glowing an unnatural yellow. With terrifying speed, it lunged, but Leona's plasma net gun fired, wrapping its snout mid-strike. Sparks sizzled as the serpent thrashed, the net buying them only seconds. Kira and Suri rushed to the Rex's side. Its breaths were shallow, its chest heaving against the crushing coils. Kira pressed a hand to its scaled leg, her voice urgent. "Pulse is weak. Oxygen deprivation setting in. If we don't loosen those coils, its heart won't last another 2 minutes." Suri's hands shook, but her eyes locked on the Rex's gaze. She whispered softly in the ancient tongue of reassurance, tones she'd developed working with modern reptiles and birds. Miraculously, the giant predator stilled, its trembling less violent, as if sensing she meant no harm. Above them, Milo unleashed a swarm of drones. The tiny machines zipped around the python, blasting bursts of sound at ultrasonic frequencies. The serpent hissed, distracted, its coils loosening fractionally. "That's it," Dante roared. He charged, shoulders slamming into the python's flank. For a moment, the coils shifted, but the snake retaliated with terrifying force, whipping its tail and sending the armored hero flying through a tree. "Dante!" Kira shouted. "I'm fine," came the groan over comms. "Trees not." The python surged again, scales grinding like armor plates. Its body seemed to grow, as though the very air fed its monstrous size. Milo's readings spiked in alarm. Cap. Its bioenergy is climbing exponentially. That thing isn't natural, it's being fueled remotely. Someone's controlling it. Leona's jaw tightened. Find the source. But they had no time. The python's coils constricted again, and the Rex gave a pitiful cry that echoed through the forest. The ground quaked, birds scattered, and a sense of impending tragedy hung thick in the air. Suri, desperation flaring in her voice, shouted, "Leona, it's responding to external aggression. We need to change our approach. Let me try something." Before anyone could stop her, she climbed onto the Rex's back, balancing against the beast's scales. From a pouch, she pulled out a vial of synthesized pheromones, designed to calm apex predators. She sprayed it into the air, and a strange calm fell over the immediate space. The python hesitated, its tongue flicking as if confused. The Rex, its golden eye fixed on Suri, stilled further. The coils slackened, not much, but enough. "Now," Leona ordered. Dante, back on his feet, powered his suit to full strength. With a guttural roar, he grabbed one of the python's loops and wrenched. Muscles and servos strained. "Milo, some help." On it, Milo's drones linked cables, magnetizing to Dante's armor and pulling in unison. Together, human and machine pried the serpent's coils loose. The Rex bellowed, sucking in a ragged, glorious breath. Its chest expanded, ribs cracking against the last of the constriction, but life surged back into its massive body. The python screeched, an alien, ear-splitting sound. Its glowing eyes fixed on the rescuers, fury radiating like heat. With impossible speed, it launched itself, maw gaping wide enough to swallow a truck. Leona leapt forward, activating her energy shield. The serpent struck, its fangs slamming into the glowing barrier inches from her body. Sparks flew as she braced, boots digging into the dirt. "Team, now or never." Kira fired her tranquilizer rifle, dart after dart sinking into the snake's exposed flesh. The serum was designed for megafauna, but against a creature of this magnitude, it was a desperate gamble. Dante roared again, driving his exosuit's blade into the serpent's side. Milo overloaded the drones, detonating them in blinding flashes around the python's head. And above it all, Suri, voice steady and strong, continued her calming cadence, bridging the impossible gap between beast and human. The python convulsed, its strength faltering as tranquilizer and disruption took hold. At last, with a thunderous crash, it collapsed, its body trembling before going still. Silence fell, broken only by the ragged breathing of the Rex. The team gathered, battered but alive, as the dinosaur slowly rose to its feet. Towering above them, it gave a final, triumphant roar, a sound not heard on Earth for 65 million years, before lumbering away into the jungle, free once more. The python's body, however, began to disintegrate into ash, dissolving unnaturally as though it had never existed. Milo scanned the residue, his face pale. This wasn't just genetic tampering. This was manufactured, remotely deployed. Someone made that monster to test us. Leona clenched her fists. Then our mission isn't over. Somewhere out there, a force is playing God with nature, turning the planet's creatures into weapons. Today was just the opening move. The team exchanged glances. Exhaustion weighed heavy, but so did determination. Kira tightened her pack straps. If they're making pythons that size, who knows what else they're unleashing? Dante smirked, though pain edged his grin. Doesn't matter. Whatever nightmare they throw, we'll throw it back harder. That's what we do. Suri, her eyes still on the direction the Rex had gone, whispered softly. We don't just fight. We protect. We rescue. Even when the world doesn't make sense. The sun dipped lower, casting long shadows through the jungle. The team boarded their craft once more, the mission log recording their victory. Animal rescue. Rescue heroes face off against giant python to save Tyrannosaurus Rex. But as the engines roared and the canopy fell away beneath them, each hero knew this was only the beginning. Somewhere beyond the horizon, the true architect of this chaos waited, ready to unleash challenges that would push them further than ever before. And when that time came, the rescue heroes would be there, between humanity and extinction, between beast and destruction, standing unbroken. Because in the end, saving the impossible wasn't just their job. It was their calling.